everyone, it's Kayla. Welcome back to Heroic Pages. I am going to be doing my September book haul, but I'm going to be doing this in 3 parts. So this part will be part 1 of my book haul for this month because I bought a lot of books and I wanted to break it down for you guys. It'll be a little simpler for me because there are certain things or certain aspects of the book haul that I want to touch on. There's 26 books and I think it would be a little too much for one video. I'm going to break it down. Yay! So today's book haul is going to consist of Book Outlet and Chapters. Chapters is like Barnes & Noble but in Canada. So just put that equivalent out there. So we're gonna jump into it with things that I got from Book Outlet this month. This is not everything I got from Book Outlet. Part 2 will have a whole different Book Outlet thing you'll see eventually. The first book I have to show is The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the short novella that comes after book 2 of the I don't even know what this is called. It's the King Killer Chronicle. I have The Name of the Wind. I haven't read it yet and I still need to get the second book, but I saw this on Book Outlet for pretty cheap. Next I have Eon by Alison Goodman. I got Eona last month and surprise, they had Eon on the site when I bought it. So now I have the duology and I can read it. Eon is about a person named Eon who wants to become a apprentice to one of the energy dragons, except they only take boys and Eon is secretly Eona, a girl. So there is that aspect of it. I'm definitely sensing a very Chinese vibe to this fantasy series, so I'm looking forward to a different type of fantasy in my fantasy world. Next I have Firewalker by Josephine Angelini. I have the first book, Trial by Fire, on my shelf. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I've been seeing this book on Book Outlet for a while and I'm noticing that the first book I have is in hardback, but they did a redesign of the cover, so unfortunately like the first book is not gonna match. They are not only making the first book in this type in paperback. I think I caved and got hardback because it's continuing on the series. It's hardbacks versus paperbacks. It's hard. It is. Next we have Irene Red by Kirsten Gare. This is about a girl whose family has like time travel genes, and so they have the ability to time travel, but it seems as if the main character Gwen was like skipped that gene, and so they kept the fact that they could time travel secret from her, and then lo and behold, oops, she can actually do it. So she's figuring it all out. Time travel is one of my buzzwords, so hopefully I will like this. Next we have the Star Gods trilogy by Irene Red. This is the whole entire trilogy in one bind-up, so you have the Hidden Dragon, the Dragon Circle, and the Dragon's Revenge. This is about a group of 3 brothers who are running from the intergalactic law, and they flee to an abandoned colony world. They need to repair their ship and they discover this world, and they have like a hunter-gatherers type society, and they don't believe in fantasy and magic and dragons, but this world has that. And so that caught my attention, the fact that this is very much sci-fi and fantasy. So I am looking forward to getting this, though the text is tiny and it's a big floppy book, so I'll get to it because I'm very intrigued about it, but I'm very intimidated by the size of the book and the size of the font. Next we have Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. This is about a girl who has an accident of some sorts and forgets like things, like who her boyfriend is meant to be, the fact that she learned French and now she has to relearn French, and just inside jokes of, you know, family members and friends and things like that, meeting someone new and having different feelings. And so I think this is very interesting character study. I think like if you lose your memory, it's just the navigations of that whole thing. Next I have a duology. I have Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, and Between the Spark and the Burn by April Genevieve Chochki. It's a difficult last name. I do apologize. But I think this is about, well, at least the first book. The first book is about this girl who lives on an estate, and there is this guy, River, who rents the guest house behind her house, or the estate, and he's kind of like a bad boy, maybe the devil kind of thing, and it's just a whirlwind romance thing. And so maybe I'll get to this when I'm interested in that kind of feel of a book. I don't know when that will be. Next, we have the books that I got at Chapters. I went to Chapters twice this month because I am trash. I got The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second book of the Remnant Chronicles, and it's in paperback, so yay. I'll have to wait till next year for the last book to come out on paperback so that I can read the whole thing, because I read Kiss of Deception last year, and I'm kind of waiting until the last book comes out on paperback before I finish the series. But I have to say, this series has one of my favorite maps in it. It's just, I love this map. I don't know what it is. It's just so busy, and I love it. Next, I have Touch by Claire North. This is the same author that wrote the first 15 Lives of Harry August that I read back in August, which I really, really loved. And I thought, you know, to read more of Claire North. And this is about a person named Kepler who can switch bodies. They can move into any body, live their life for a moment or days or years, and you could be next. So I thought that was very interesting type of read. I am hoping to get this in October because I feel that this is an October read. I picked up In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken. This is the third book in the Darkest Minds trilogy, and now I can just finish the series all in one go. Next, I got Saint's Blood by Sebastian de Castell. This is the third book in this series. I have the first two that I got. Basically, I want to read this series, and so I got all the books that are available to me, so I can just go ahead and read it and then wait for the next book to come out. But this series apparently has a Three Musketeers type fantasy setting, which sounds fantastic to me. Okay, so the last books I have to share with you guys for this part of my book haul is the duology of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I was trying to wait on getting Six of Crows so that I could get it in paperback when it got released in paperback, because I have the Grisha trilogy in paperback. Like I said, paperbacks and hardbacks and collecting books is hard. But doing a little research, I discovered that Six of Crows is not coming out in paperback for a while. And I don't really want to wait, because I read the Grisha trilogy this month and I absolutely loved it, so I will definitely be getting to this very, very soon, getting both of these read and just loving it. Basically, I really love the fact that this has, like, they have colored page edges. That's just a cool part of that whole thing. Though, if anyone has seen any of Owl Crate's unboxings for the month of September and they got that Six of Crows bookmark, I'm jealous because I really like the quote on it, even though I have no reference because I haven't read it yet. Anyway, that is it for part 1 of my book haul. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for part 2, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!